Hello, Penguini here. If you've ever heard of Halo, you've probably at least heard of Spartan Locke. If you're a little more invested in the story like myself, you might have heard of his arch nemesis, Green Astronaut, and his sidekick, Hot Alien Dude. Recently, I've heard of the controversial decision by 343 Industries to make Halo Infinite centered around a green astronaut instead of our beloved Spartan Locke. My disappointment towards this decision is immense, and I just wanted to show 343 Industries the mistake they were making and why they should bring Spartan Locke back so we can finally hunt the truth. Point number one, blue is better than green. Blue has been a staple of the Halo franchise for years. The Halo rings glow blue, elites are blue, Forerunner structures are blue, Guilty Spark is blue, plasma rifles are blue. Green, however, what an ugly, despicable color. Green is the color of grass, which is always getting stomped on, which is the same fate Halo Infinite will meet if they remove Spartan Locke as the protagonist. I even have evidence to back this up. Here on the very trustworthy website, thetop10s.com, the number one favorite color in the world is blue, whereas green sits at just number 3. Point number 2. Spartan Locke has a better personality. Spartan Locke is just a more memorable character than Master Chief. He says memorable lines like, "Understood, Commander," "Comm check," "No," and Green Astronaut, on the other hand, speaks in only one-liners, which is very inconvenient to his teammates. Speaking of teammates, even Spartan Locke's teammates are more compelling. Green Astronaut's team is composed of blue people, which is very confusing since Green Astronaut is green and not blue. Unfortunately, being blue doesn't save Blue Team from having no personality. I know they supposedly have personality in the books, but I don't have time for books. Spartan Locke's team, however, is full of rich and compelling characters. Let's look at each one by one. Unfortunately, there isn't enough time to say all the traits, so I'll just list them so you can read them. Be sure to pause the video to get them all. Point 3. Spartan Locke is more relatable. Spartan Locke is much more relatable than Master Chief. Let's look at their ages first. Spartan Jameson Locke is 29 years old. A lot of your average gamers can relate to someone that age. Spartan Locke knows the TikTok trends, and he could relate to you about the struggles of going to a college in modern times or something like that. Master Chief, on the other hand, is at least in his 40s. He shouldn't be worried about fighting aliens. He should be worried about settling down and moving past his robot girlfriend, which leads into my next point. No one can relate to having a robot girlfriend, whereas many people can relate to being alone and single like Spartan Locke. In conclusion, Spartan Locke is in every way superior to the Master Chief. Luckily, the Master Chief is pretty minor, and I'm pretty sure he could be retconned without fans being angry. In order to make my dream of Spartan Locke being the main character of Halo Infinite, I will be setting up a petition, which you may or may not find in the description, depending on how lazy I was. This is Penguini, signing out, and always hunting the truth. None of that finish the fight crap.